All right, there we go. $16 in. You know what? Let's try to. Okay, fine. You want to be like that. Okay, there we go. I think I'm finally figuring it out. Hello, Gamer Chick, gonna win. Think I might have figured out a better overall camera angle and setup. Maybe. But yeah, I think I got it figured out a little bit better. For the sake of editing, I am just going to jump right into it, and whoever joins will get to watch everything happen, since live stream has only just now started. And unfortunately, a good amount of my isopropyl alcohol leaked last night when I had it in the photo like this, and I took a picture and I left it like that thinking, oh, you know, the lid's gonna do just fine. It's gonna keep everything in there. No, it leaked. So I'm down about a third of a bottle, which, you know, it's for arts and crafts, and you can pick it up at the at like Bartell's for, I don't know, maybe like $3. So it's not that big of a loss. But we are going to use the isopropyl alcohol in today's pour painting. How I'm going to drop it all out or spray it out onto the canvas is I am actually going to be using these little droppers that I got off Amazon. And I added mica powder into them. So I'm hoping that the mica powder will transfer onto the canvas and will leave some really interesting like star blooms, or maybe we'll get some flower blooms. That would be super cool. I'm excited to use this blue one. I have a nail polish that's exactly that color, and it's like my all-time favorite. So we're just experimenting, playing around, seeing what happens today. And I believe instead of mica powder, I believe this one is alcohol ink. I dabbled in resin for a little while, so this has got red and blue alcohol ink in there to give us purple. So we're just gonna find out what happens. I did do a little bit of research last night, and there have been others who have used isopropyl alcohol in their paintings, and honestly, I am in love with the results. But I have not entirely invested a whole lot of time and research into it, so we are gonna wing it. We're just gonna experiment and see what happens. Hello, Chicken Jockey. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you get any ideas, or if there are any colors you want to see in any of my pour paintings, don't forget to write it down in the comments. I will do my best to answer when I can. And we'll just do a little bit of a chit chat. So I did pre-mix quite a few colors earlier today, specifically a white, a black, and a really interesting sea green. I'm going to try a couple of different techniques, and I thinned them out to act as a kind of cushion. And if everything works well, I want to do a swipe. And maybe I'll get some cells, or, you know, some things that you see all of the, well, I don't know if they call themselves professionals or not. I am by no means a professional, but I wouldn't mind getting a few cells. And yes, there are a few specks of black in there. I am using Craft Smart Tempera paint watered down, just with regular water, nothing else added to it. So when I used my butter knife from previous paintings, some of the color kind of transferred into the wet paint, and personally I'm fine with that. I'm going to be adding black to this painting anyway, so I'm not going to fuss about that. Okay, I'm going to go in with the black. We're just going to, like I said, we're just going to wing it and we're going to see what happens. The black is more liquidy than my other paints, so I'm hoping the black is what's going to give me the cells. We're going to find out. I really should have another spoon, but I don't. So we're just going to, this is the green that I mixed up just a little while ago. It's a little bit more colorful than it is on camera. And we're just going to do little dribbles. That actually looks pretty nice. So let's get, I want to get a blue in there. Let's go the thicker route. And here I have blue suede shoes from Benjamin Moore. Yes, Benjamin Moore is a house paint company. I worked in a Benjamin Moore retail store for just a month shy of a year. Shout out to Painter's Alley in Stanwood, Washington. That's up by the Puget Sound, Camino Island, and Arlington. And this is all in Washington State. I realize there's an Arlington, Texas. Okay, just little dribbles here and there. We are going to do a swipe, see if we get anything, and if nothing happens, then we'll go in with the alcohol inks. Not the alcohol inks, the isopropyl alcohol. And to make things more complicated on myself, because that's how I roll, we're just gonna recycle this paper. And let's see. Let's go from the top corner down and see what we get. You know what? Let's coat this in black real quick. So I've seen other people do that before they swipe. That way it doesn't muddy their colors and it's like a transfer of one color on top of the others. And maybe with how liquidy the black is, it will give us some cells. We'll find out. Okay, here we go. Just gently over the top. Ooh, look at that. We got cells. Ooh. Oh, that makes me happy. Okay. I like that a lot. Let's wipe off the extra on the sides here, just to kind of help shake that off. This is officially a game changer. For those of you who might have just joined, I did not add any Floetrol or any silicone. I haven't added Elmer's glue. I've added nothing to these paints. This is just literally crafting paint and water. Nothing more than that. Let's see if I can get the sides right here. And we just swoop down. Will that make it better? Did I ruin it? Okay. Nice. Nice. I think I might have just ruined it a little bit. But let's go in with the isopropyl alcohol and the mica powder. Oh, okay. We've got a few more cells popping up. Interesting. But let's get a little chaotic. Whoop. Ooh, hey, look at that. Can you guys see that on camera? Ooh, okay. I'm going to zoom you guys in really quick. I don't know if you can see, but there's some really cool stuff happening. Focus. Thank you. Look at that. Okay. Let's go here. Oh, that's not even on camera. Ah! There we go. Sorry. Wow, and this is in real time. Look at all of that. Now, I'm hoping the mica powder stays behind, but there's a good possibility it might rub off after this dries, if it's like touched. Okay, let's go in with the white. Here we go. Let's go. I'm going to turn you guys this way. Please excuse the shaking. Let's put a white dollop right there. Stay. Whisker Wolf. Can I name that one cell? I want to name him Phil. Sure if you want, but I don't know how many of these we'll be making. Ooh. Okay, I am enjoying this more than I should. Wow, that looks so pretty. I really hope it dries this way. There's always a chance that it won't. I mean, this is, as I mentioned before, an experiment. What happens with another one? Oh, that's so cool. But yeah, this is a complete experiment. So I will definitely try to keep you guys posted just to see what all happens. I mean, it's a game changer. Okay, let's see if we can get any more developments with the blue. I want to, you know what? Let's choose a different spot. I'm going to turn this around. Oh, that's so... Okay, so this is a lot brighter on camera than it is in person. My phone likes to autocorrect, and sometimes it just drives me bonkers. Because it's like, no, it doesn't look like that in person. But I am also facing a window. So that likely has some parts to play in it. Okay, I want to see what happens with the alcohol inks. This is the red and blue that I mixed together to get purple. The red's kind of taking over, but I'm hoping we get purple. That's what it should be. And let's go for it. Oh, whoops, 2 drops. Ah, it's not even on camera. Okay, so the red is showing through a lot more. Boy, I tell you, this smells weird. If that's not a weird thing to say already. Well, my camera's not picking it up, but the red dye is dispensing. And there are fingerlings, but it's not taking like the mica powder was. So I think for now it's going to be best to stick with the mica powders. And we're going to put a drop of blue in this one. See if we can get a multicolored effect. Or just see if the blue ends up washing out all of the white that we just added in. Ooh, it's shrinking. No, if only I can do that with my bedroom walls. I know. That would be so cool. Okay, really quick, is my phone... I feel like my phone is just gently bouncing and it's like, I promise, I'm not touching it. Does it look like my phone's kind of swirling this way? Because I promise I'm not touching it. Gonna go in with a drop of white. The white is pushing it out. Oh, no, it's going back in. Nope, it kind of bounces. Okay. Coolio. Let me go get a rack to set that on. But now I know I can do cells. That makes me super excited. So I'm going to draw you guys out a little. Right. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Ooh. Movement? Yes. Stretch it out. Ooh, and it looks like the mica powder's staying behind. We are losing those fingerlings though, but this is just a dabble and I am here for it. This looks so cool. Once again, this is showing up more vibrant on camera than it is in person, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'll do my best to take some pictures to show you all how it looks in real life. So interesting. Science at its finest. I don't know about science. I'm just experimenting. I do want that to dribble off the side. There we go. So let's just tip that off a little bit. Yeah, that's super cool. I am digging this. Let's, now that we've stretched it out, thinned it out, let's add a little bit more of the blue. Get it all shaken up so the mica powder can get down there. Looks like a galaxy. I agree. Okay, let's go for this center here. Zoom you guys in. Okay. Not bad. Maybe I should have gone with the white. If I can get those rings to stay put and stay sharp, oh man, that would be so cool. But it looks like after a while it wants to recede back into the center. Maybe if I go from a higher height. Let's try again. Ooh, there we go. All right, so we got a nice drop right there. Ooh, and an oval. Got some fingerlings. Awesome. Ooh. You know what? I'm getting another idea. Which means another canvas. I am just getting far too excited. Okay, I like this. Let's keep it as it is and give it time to dry. Zoom you guys back out. How much willpower does it take to not ruin your hand over, run your hand over it? Well, I mean, it's wet, but if you've seen any of my videos or my past live streams, yeah, I get into it. So I'm not worried about my hands getting covered in paint. They've been covered in spray paint, so it's all just for the fun of it. If you can't make a mess and have fun with it, are you really having fun? I know I don't have fun. If I can't get into my work, there's just no satisfaction. Yeah, if I did something like that, I'd poke it and ruin it because it's so sparkly. Yeah, okay. I understand that very well. Let's bring you guys over to, actually no, I want this to be here. Zoom you guys out again, if I can. I can't. There we go. Stay. Alrighty. Now let's see, for the background on that one I did white, but the black took over. So let's do the opposite. Whoop. Hi. I like my apron. Oh, it's super shiny. One moment. Sorry, guys. No face reveals today. I would much rather not have my face be on the internet. Just because people are weird. And I'm one of those weird peoples. No, I'm not. I am a weird person, not one of the weird persons. I promise. Okay, just stretching it out to the sides. And, oh no. Okay, how am I going to do this? That works. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we did blue, white, and the green. Let's... Ooh. How about we go for red? We'll do scarlet from the dollar store plus water. And the black that I used on here has been thinned out with significantly more water than the scarlet red from the dollar store. So it should work all the same. Let's see if maybe we can get like a fire flame. That'd be interesting. So we got red down here. Let's add in some unnamed orange because that's got mica powder. There we go. Let's add unnamed orange, which is a home mixed color that I made myself. And then we will go in with yellow, just regular yellow. Again, also from the dollar store. And a little bit of water. The unnamed orange is already starting to get some fingerlings when it kind of spreads out. Or for any of you who knows any kind of horse terminology, so it'd also be known as mapping, when the color around it kind of fades out and there's like a gray outline of everything. It's also known as mapping. Now, since I've already used this one and it is paper, I am going to swap that out for another one and just drop that one down into the void. Can we name the unnamed orange Peter? Whisker Wolf, I'm starting to think you like the name Peter. I would like it to stay in the orange name family. So if you can think of another name for orange or something like orange that's this color here, I am open to suggestions. Okay, so we let everything sit and chill out for a minute. We are going to take our stand-in palette knife and paint the edge with black. Just so that way it doesn't steal our paint and like mix it together. I didn't put too much on there, but let's see what we get. Here we go. Just gliding across the top. Little zigzags and squiggles. Ooh. Off the edge. Up. Well, that's not at all flame-like. Interesting nonetheless. We got a little teeny tiny bit of red going on here. Let's do a little bit of this. Let's see if we get anything that happens there. Take off the extra on the sides. I do have a palette knife somewhere around. It's just one of those little plastic cheapies from the dollar store. But I feel like it would work in this instance. Okay, let's do a little bit of this. Drag that up. Yep, not at all like flames. But I like the cells that we have going on right now. And I don't have a red mica powder. I do have red alcohol inks. So let me grab some real quick. And I don't think just adding the regular isopropyl alcohol will do much of anything. But I could be wrong. And I'm talking about adding it as is, like with nothing added to it. But we can always experiment and find out. Okay, but I do have some orange mica powder. I'm just going to give this a good shake. Okay, there we go. Everything's mixed in. Teeny tiny little firefly. Ooh, and the red fingerlings are coming out. Zoom you guys in. Okay. Let's add another one nearby. Ooh, it's pushing some of the black paint. Look at that. Now once again, this is showing up much brighter on camera than it is in person. Okay, and I do also have a yellow one. So let's pan the camera up here to all of these cells. Ooh, a little bit of the red peeking through. Interesting. Wow, these ones are just really taking off. So yeah, definitely not flames, but I like it. Ooh, nice. Yellow one looks like a spine from an MRI. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, we're gonna zoom out again. Why is my phone so hot? I've only been live streaming for 30 minutes. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to play around with the reds, with the red alcohol inks, and we're gonna call it good after that, because I do have to edit this afterwards. And my phone already gets upset at me when my live streams go past 30 minutes. Okay. Here we've got a very thinned out red ink, no mica powder. Ooh, nice little sunburst. Look at that. But yeah, no mica powder in this one. Add another drop. It just doesn't seem like it wants to do what the mica powders do. Maybe the mica powders kind of push. Maybe they add some kind of a density. Okay, let's go over here into this spot. Whoops. Stay. And this one, we have a deeper, darker red. Same red, it's just this one has more quantity. Or maybe this one's orange. I don't remember. Oh, well, you can't really see that one, can you? Let's try to drop it. There you go, right on the color. So it does seem like it pushes the paint out of the way, and that's pretty cool. Let's choose a cell to work in. We'll go here. Looks like Portal to the Void has opened up. I do like the fact that the alcohol ink is like putting in drops of color and tinting the paint around it. I just hope it dries like that. Okay. And just because I want to see if the yellow reacts the same. So we've got a clear spot right here. Pulling out the yellow mica powder with the alcohol ink. It doesn't seem to be as vibrant. It actually looks more like a gold. But I do like watching everything pan out like that. It's super cool. And for a little bit of contrast, let's put a drop of the blue in there. I don't think it's going to show up nearly as bright. Kind of like with the other one, but this is all a dabble today. Ooh, whoops. I do like the blue though. I'm so interested to see how these dry. Okay, and let's bring you guys back up for overall view. Ooh-wee, my phone is hot like a stove. That's not good. Okay. So here is our second experiment. Got some interesting swipes, some swoops, and oh, it looks like I can pull it out a little bit more. Or stretch it out rather. Let's do that because some movement in a painting is always nice. It just kind of adds a new depth. Let's stretch this out a little bit more. Just enough to go over the sides. Boy, this smells really weird. Now, the few times that I've worked with alcohol ink was in resin. I actually kind of like that little sparkle of blue. But it was with resin and UV resin specifically. I took it outside to let it cure because my UV light was just taking its sweet time. And I thought, you know, I'll just take this outside on a sunny day and speed it up. And I kid you not, it smelled so weird. Like, it kind of reminded me of nail polish remover, but fruity. And I mean, you should always be careful when mixing different chemicals. But this was for resin, so I don't know, maybe that's a typical thing? Okay, I'm gonna call it good right there before my phone feels like it starts to melt. I don't think it will, but I don't want to let that happen, just in case. Here is our final products. I'm gonna zoom you guys out slowly. Nice. And here is the first one. I do like this blue one perhaps a little bit more. Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. That way you can stay up to date with me whenever I go somewhere, when I do something, or when I do live streams like this. You can follow me on my Instagram to see close-up pictures of all of my pour paintings that I've done in the past. And you can also see what vendor booths, markets that I go to, and all of that fun stuff. I hope to see you guys next Monday at 2 p.m. Bye for now.